Draymond Green made the news past week.
Damn.
He
He
hit a
need to get
motherfucker.
fixed.
Yeah, hey, look, I mean, they saying he needed his head right. I don't mean like
Oh,
uh sterilization of an individual.
oh, all
But
right.
nah, so we all recall that he was suspended for about 5 games for choking up Rudy Gobert, right?
Yeah, it was a little choke. It was a little choke.
A
Punch a
little
couple
bit.
niggas can't have no more babies.
Little choke, little choke. So he came back. I don't know what 3 games, 4 games in. I don't know how many games they played since he been back. I think it been almost a month. But so yes, last night I think it was.
Yeah, it was last night because he fucked up my parlay.
Hey, look, motherfucker fouled the motherfucker, and then turned around and fouled him again. Um, um. Hey, look, Draymond. He looking at you, G. You can't do these things. Hey, look, had you not choked the motherfucker last month, you could have got this off.
I think that was clean.
That
This is
wasn't
all one action.
that wasn't
I mean,
clean. It was all one action. It was all intentionally one action. Though. I'm gonna hit this motherfucker in the face. It's not natural. You don't naturally move your arms that way. He bent that elbow. He targeted his fist at that man's chin, fam. That wasn't an accident. Just like none of the oh my god, how can you be so fucking precise and hit a motherfucker in the nuts with your toe?
hey, here's the thing. Here's the thing, right?
It's on purpose.
Hey, here's the thing. Draymond Green is in his 13th, ain't this his 13th year in the NBA?
I don't even
Yeah,
know how
round
long
about there.
I guess, but
Right?
yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
I feel
his
right. Pause.
this is his 6th year that I'm hearing that he's a bully. 6th year. 13th year in the league. 6th year that he's whipping ass. At this point, if you pushing Draymond Green, is there really a foul if he turn around and foul your ass? That got to be the Draymond rule. Like Jordan got rules, Draymond need rules. If you push a motherfucker that's fine on people weekly, at what point is it you're fouling him?
I mean, because this is his thing. This is what he's gonna do regardless. We can't stop him.
Exactly. You know what motherfuckers stop doing to Xavier McDonald's? Pushing him.
Fam. I had to come back real quick. You do not get your own set of rules when you average 8.5 points for your career.
Fam. Fam. Do you know what they stopped doing to Xavier McDaniel? Pushing him. It's just certain people you stop fucking pushing or you gotta get punched. Like like this has been a thing in the league. These are one of the few things I know about the NBA.
Yeah. Like, all right, there's a couple of incidents. All right, that one that nigga had it coming. That's just a foul. Oh, that was a hard foul. That was definitely a hard foul. But he held him. He made sure he didn't fall that hard. All right, grappling. We don't know who grabbed who. Okay, all right, now we see who grabbed who. But I mean, after that, we don't see. Nope, he's just standing up. That's it. That was the post move. He trying to get to the ref to plead his case. All right, what's this? That's just going up for the ball. Actually, that is hell ball. All right, you can't intentionally poke a motherfucker in the eye. Anybody that accurate? All right, that was Steven Adams dragging him down. That is. I see it. Draymond Poole had that shit coming, and obviously everybody know nobody fucks with the mailman. All right, this is Jimmy Kimmel. But yeah, I mean,
It's just
circumstantial at
certain
best.
people, fam. It's just certain motherfuckers. Like, what the fuck was the white boy or the Celtics? It's just certain motherfuckers that you,
Like Bill Laimbeer.
Bill Laimbeer. It's just certain motherfuckers that you do not like approach on no aggressive shit. It's just no aggressive shit, or you gonna get fired on. Like that's just it. It is what it is, and even to a point where the ref stopped calling a lot of that shit because you're over there pushing Bill Laimbeer. What do you think he's going to do?
Hey, Robert Parrish gave Bill Laimbeer a 2-piece in Game 5 and started Game 6. Like, we know this is what he does, but you get him back, we ain't gonna say shit. You
Fam,
just gotta get him back
fam. They got Beer Lambeer asked the fuck about the league right after that.
right after
He was
what?
there 20 of a year.
Right after them Pistons stopped popping. How long did Bill last in the league?
He was
He was
18
there.
in at that point.
I
What?
think
He
I
was
think
18 in
Laimbeer
at
was
that
there until like the mid '90s, possibly.
Yeah, 93, 94.
He, yeah, I think Laimbeer might have played with Grant Hill.
Bill Laimbeer
Might
been
have
playing since
coached Grant
72.
Hill. What?
Bill Laimbeer was playing since 72. Nigga,
I
you said he got him right out the league right after that. He was 20 years in. He was done. Anyway.
Okay.
All right, so Bill Laimbeer's last season with the Pistons was 93, 94. So
Yeah,
all right, so yeah, I was wrong. He did not play with Grant Hill. He was
yeah.
I think that was a season in between. Nope, he left the year before Grant Hill got there.
They got him the fuck up out of there right after that.
But they won. Bad Boys ended what, 91?
Yeah.
So he was there a couple seasons after that. He still got a couple more years after that.
He finished the rest of his contract that he had, and then never again. That was back when they had to continue to pay you. You here? Anybody finna trade for you, fam? They got if you can't score the ball and all you here for is to hammer motherfuckers, you finna be gone. And they did that shit in the mid to late 90s. They got the hammers the fuck out the league. It turned into you can't touch a motherfucker with your hand ball.
Jordan.
Pause, I guess. Mid to late 90s, fam. They got all the motherfuckers out the league. They stopped all that shit. You couldn't you couldn't maim motherfuckers no more like Jordan was having happened to him in the early 90s.
Like Ron
But
Harper
they were
was
still
doing.
fucking up Allen Iverson, though.
Allen Iverson was 37 pounds. You
They were still
breathe on that
fucking him
man,
up.
he's going down. They wasn't fucking him up. He was just tiny. That wasn't nobody's fault. That nigga was small. He was the only one getting beat up like that. It was Allen. That's what made it so fucking admirable. Anybody going through this shit no more, but you little AI.
They
Nobody
were
has to
fucking him up.
die for this shit no more. But you
They were
look
fucking
at
him up.
Stephon. Stephon over here chilling. He ain't got none of these problems. Stephon don't look bruised and battered.
That's because Gary Payton and Stephon Marbury was shooting people.
Hey, yo, look, all I know is only one of them went to jail for fucking somebody up. Only one of them. His name was Allen.
Yeah.
I thought he went to jail for gambling.
No, he went to
Nah,
jail
that was a big ass
for a brawl.
bowling alley brawl.
Right, because of gambling, I thought.
He was in high school. I don't know if it was gambling. I mean, they might have been shooting dice. A lot of fights happened that way. I don't. What do we want? I don't know. I don't know what started it. It was a big ass brawl in the bowling alley. He was in high school. He went to jail for fucking somebody up. That he did. A lot of people tell he got railroaded in. I'll say that. But of the reputations of the individuals we named, Only one of the motherfuckers was locked up. And it wasn't Stefan or Gary.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Steve
Yeah.
Francis couldn't have existed back in the day. I don't know what the fuck that say.
It don't say a goddamn thing. Nigga. I don't know how to draw. Oh shit.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking at.
It don't say shit, nigga. I don't know how to draw it. This is just what I've been sitting here doing this whole time.
He's been drawing the M.
L in the sky.
I
Yeah.
am.
One down, 25 more to go.
That's your world. Man, you are there. But yeah, no, AI played a game, and it felt like he was coming from the era from times before him, but it wasn't. He was playing in a softer era. It was just that he was small, and he was, yeah, he got beat up a lot. I'm not gonna lie, like he didn't, but it was because he was small, and he went around big motherfuckers and just got bumped into. It wasn't like he got a bunch of flagrant fouls called on him. You don't see a lot of Allen Iverson getting maimed, highlights and shit like that.
I'm definitely not finna go there with you like Allen Iverson
Go
was
there.
just the biggest person in the league right there.
He was like,
He
"What?"
was the only motherfucker getting beat up. Plenty of motherfucking little guys was attempting to drive to the hole.
At the
But for
time,
some reason, he was the only one getting his ass whooped.
Allen Iverson was doing it when nobody else doing it, fam. It wasn't
Fucking
happening. That's why Allen Iverson was so
Steve-
special.
Steve Francis was doing it at the
He
time.
was not getting beat up. Steve Francis was not known for getting picked up.
Wasn't getting beat up, but he was driving to the hole. He was a little man driving to the hole. And the white boy on the Suns, he was doing it. He was driving to the hole and kicking it out, but he was still driving to the hole. He wasn't getting beat the fuck up.
Steve
Nash was definitely driving to the cup.
He was. Hey, look. No,
Steve Nash was definitely driving to the cup just as much, if not more, than Allen Iverson.
Not like Allen Iverson, fam.
He was kicking it out. He wasn't putting it in the basket, but he was definitely driving to the cup. And he wasn't getting his ass whooped. At the same time, Allen Iverson was driving to the cup and
because
getting his ass
Allen Iverson was driving to the cup, getting contact. That's what made him stand out in a time in which the game was not so contact based. Allen Iverson put up with a lot of contact. He put his body through a lot
like it was incidental contact.
Huh?
You making it seem like it was incidental contact. What I'm trying to tell you was they was kicking his ass. There were people they weren't incidentally contacting that they could have just as easily incidentally contacted, like him, as a la Steve Nash, who was consistently driving to the cup. Consistently.
That's what Allen Iverson was doing, fam.
I'm not even trying to compare the two. All I'm saying was they were going in the same direction. Now, how they got there, they were going to the same direction, had the same destination.
It's one thing when you go that direction and you stay on the floor. It's a whole other thing when you do it through the air, like AI did. Hey, look, fam, they was different athletes. They were different players.
Man, the nigga can't dribble if he's in the air. He was known for dribbling. He kept the ball on the ground. They were both prolific dribblers. One of them just was a prolific scorer. The other one was a prolific passer. But for all intents and purposes, they were almost the same person.
Cool. They weren't, but I'm going to tell you, fam. They weren't. They weren't.
I mean, shit, we agree to disagree and move forward.
Man, with no name, you got AI and Steve Nash. It's about the same motherfucker.
Oh no.
Okay.
Again, it was completely I mean, they did both drive to the hole and penetrate a lot, but the difference is what they did with their penetration. Pause. Driving to score means you're going up at the rim. So you're gonna get a lot more contact from motherfuckers defending the rim. Driving to draw in a defense to pass, you're not going up to the basket, so you're not.
So wait, what do you draw that defense in to do? To look at you?
No, you're drawing the defense in to.
They think you finna shoot, right?
Yeah, to
so they
guard
smack
you so
too,
that
right?
you're. Huh?
No, they don't though.
All right.
That's not how it works.
That's the whole point of Steve Nash. He draws in the defense because they think he's finna shoot and he kick it out to a wide open motherfucker. So just because he didn't take the shot, it ain't. He was drawing the same defense that he was in. For all intents and purposes, he was the decoy Allen Iverson. He was drawing the defense.
The majority of Steve Nash's run as the two-time MVP. I hate fucking saying. Why gotta say this shit? Why the fuck they make me say this shit? I hate the fucking NBA writers and whoever the fuck got to vote for MVP for the NBA. You some assholes making me say this shit. But whenever Steve Nash was getting multiple MVPs, he was not penetrating and kicking it out. He was lobbing that motherfucker up to people that ran the floor, a la the Sean Marions, a la the Amari Stoudemires. He was
But you're gonna agree that was middle to the end of his career. Would you not agree that was the late middle to the end of his career when he was the lob king? The kid was a straight tactician, diver, basket. He cut to the rim. That's what he did. He was drunk. He drew the defense.
I'm talking about MVP Steve Nash.
That was towards the end of his career.
What?
The middle or the end of his career. That wasn't when he was in there slasher. That's not. That
when was he in there slashing? When was he in there slashing? When he was in Dallas?
Well, Dallas, that was strictly running gun. They just ran and shot the ball all day. Those goddamn teams. I can't believe that motherfucker left.
Hey, look, what was the offense in Phoenix?
7 seconds left. 7 seconds left.
What was Steve Nash doing in Phoenix?
Driving and kicking it out.
Driving and kicking, or catching Amari running the floor, catching Sean Marion running the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Lobbing. Ball in the air.
Fam, then they would have been Lob City. Yes, he did that, but the majority of plays he was a floor leader. He was taking the ball right to the cup and then kicking it out. Like majority of his possessions. Yes, he threw a couple lobs, but it wasn't the mainstay of his fucking game. So to even bring that in, like, is proof in my book that you just reaching for shit. Like lobs, he was king of the lobs, nigga. He made a couple lobs because he had a couple high jumpers, but that wasn't the mainstay of what he was known for. He was a penetrator. Pause. That's what he did. He drew all the niggas away from the perimeter and kicked it out to wide open 3-point shooters. Some that wasn't even 3-point shooters. A la Sean Marion. Josh Childress. That's what he did. And in that, drawing defense, he should have drawn this Allen Iverson contact. But he didn't.
No, because the defenders he attracted weren't. All right, they play. All right, so if the motherfuckers that they're guarding are on the perimeter, by the time they get to where he's going, he's then already kicked it out because he's then already did his job, and so he's not getting nowhere near the contact that Iverson's getting.
So in that scenario, is there some type of 2-3 where the motherfuckers coming from out there, or motherfuckers running and gunning and following him? That he's not drawing them intrinsically from. They ain't no set defense. Would you just say 7 seconds or less? They run it. It ain't. He's not like you just saying. He's not drawing some motherfucker from the perimeter. They not even set. They all running side by side.
In that, no, not side by side. He's not leading the charge. The people are running in front of him, and he is getting the ball out to them. That is what that is. Man,
how could they be in front of him and get the ball out and he getting the ball out to them?
Man, Joe, like one day you're gonna learn how fast break work.
Huh?
One day
he's not in a fast break if they're in front of him. That's the first thing.
I don't think you know how fast break works. But okay.
So you're trying to say, okay, we're instituting that he's going to the cup. So you're now talking about someone else having a fast break, right? Not him, because we're talking about him going to the cup. Now you're interjecting something completely different and acting like I'm lost.
No, fam. I'm talking about their actual offense. The 7 seconds or less.
I'm talking about a fast break, nigga. How does fast break work? We're talking about Steve Nash driving to the cup. So he would have to be leading the fast break, correct?
How does a fast break work? Okay, this is how a fast break work. We get the ball off the rim. We have a man that is leaked out.
No. With regards to Steve Nash slashing to the cup, how does a fast break work? Because that's what we're talking
Okay.
about. Not just any fast break.
All right. Fast breaks with Steve Nash. I'll give you a fast break with Steve Nash slashing to the cup. If Steve Nash gets the rebound and he has the ball in his hands and he feels that they have an advantage on the court and he is plus players, meaning there's a center in front of him and he has the center in open court, he's going to go right to the basket. I'm blowing past this guy. He can't keep up with me speed wise. He's not fast enough to do it. But typically, how the Phoenix Suns would have run their offense in the 2000s when D'Antoni was the coach was to get the ball off the rim and push the pace. That means that my people that are the high flyers of the team, they run. My big men, they run. When that ball hits the floor in transition, you guys run. You fly. You're beating the ball down there because I want my point guard. I want my Steve Nash. I want this guy with his laser-like precision and his eye for seeing people down the court to get that ball and make three-quarter court passes, half court passes to my individuals that are running the floor. And that is why that offense was the 7 seconds or less because they were just running. That's what a running offense is. Now in
Okay.
the half, now
Right.
let me finish.
All right.
Now in the half court, now let me break down this shit to you so you can just know it. Now in the half court offense, they would dribble the ball up. Steve Nash wouldn't push it and run it up the court. Now on those types of sets, yes, there will be a benefit from the screen and roll or pick and roll or Steve Nash getting dribble penetration and then kicking it out. Or what would often happen would be for them to get a screen, a roll, and a crash. Whereas Steve Nash would roll to the basket, another individual from the Suns would roll to the basket as well. Steve Nash would get the ball into the lane and then pass it from the floor, not in the air, because this is where the difference lies between the Steve Nash and the Allen Iverson. Allen is going to be in the air in this point. Steve Nash is going to be on the floor, maybe a little hop, but not in the air. He's not trying to go to the rim. He's going to the lane to create the attention.
Contact.
Attention. And most of the
You're
time,
trying to say everything but the real word.
oh Lord,
Attention.
motherfucker! When you hear it, you're gonna know it, and if you actually watched it, you would see it. But he avoids the contact because he is not actually taking the shot; he is making a pass. And people often do not kill the person making the pass; they avoid that person making the pass because I don't want to foul on the pass. I don't. So they contort their bodies often.
What
That's what happens. Watch the fucking
what defense would draw?
Hey, look.
Wait, hold on. Answer this question.
Watch all the Phoenix
I'm
Suns
done with this conversation.
and
I'm
hey,
done
look,
with this conversation. I just want to ask one last
our
question.
producer wanted
Hold
to
on,
pull up Steve Nash highlights.
I'm done with this conversation.
All right, hey. Let him ask a question. Let him ask a question.
What defense would draw to somebody that they don't think is shooting? No, anybody gonna answer that question?
Oh,
if you
I
don't move to this motherfucker,
if you don't move, you just don't move.
If you don't move, he will shoot.
Because he will shoot then.
So that's why you're moving, right? Because there's the possibility of him shooting, correct?
There's a possibility, but he is not driving with the intention to shoot. Now, if you
We
don't
know that. We know that.
yes, I will shoot the motherfucker.
If you don't come guard him, he's going to shoot.
I want to talk food.
How do you defend? How do you hit?
Talk sports with your ass no more.
And how do you foul a motherfucker? How do you bump a motherfucker? Defending them. If they don't think he's gonna, they have to defend him or he's going to shoot. So they just ran up on him and he kicked it out. Is no. They ran up on him, defended him, and he kicked it out. So why weren't they whipping his ass like Allen Iverson? Because he wasn't in the air.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah. I just Googled. I just typed in Steve Nash highlights. I don't even know if this should get us copyrighted or not. Hopefully it won't. We won't play the sound. Um, man, I'm gonna just let it. I'm gonna let it play. We'll watch. We'll see what happens. Wait, is somebody? Is that me?
Yeah, it's not. It's not. You didn't add it to the stream. You gotta add it to the broadcast.
Hey, look, I
Hey,
definitely thought
hey,
I
you
I
know if
definitely
this
thought I
ain't
had
a
it
clip
paused
full of
before I
Steve,
did that.
you know if this ain't a clip full of Steve Nash driving to the cup, which we all agreed he did a lot.
Hey,
It's gonna be
look.
full of
Steve
shit
Nash.
off the gate.
It says Steve Nash greatest plays and performances
Oh, I know
highlights.
you gonna always. I picked the first one to add
I
to,
know, right? I know, right?
the
Hey, look,
believability of this
look.
bullshit.
You could pick one too. I have no problem with that. You pick
I
one
don't need to
also.
pick one. We three all agreed that he used to drive to the cup a lot, right?
Oh, we do.
We already agreed that.
Mm-hmm.
Now y'all
Cool.
trying to conflate him why he didn't get bumped through him
Nope.
driving to the cup.
Nope. Nope.
Now
I'm
to the
trying to tell
point
you.
where y'all gonna
I'm
say
trying to
he
get
didn't
you to
even
watch.
drive
I'm
to the cup.
trying to actually get you to watch
All right.
basketball. I'm trying to get you to actually watch basketball. That's it. That's all. Just watch basketball for a change.
All right.
That's it.
So
Not conflate
let
anything.
me hold on. All right. So the contact does not come just from going to the rim. The contact comes from going towards the lane and up to make a shot. It don't you don't just get all this bumps and pushes and fucked up just running towards the basket. It's when you go up in the air and the attempt to make a shot is when the contact happens. That's when Mike used to get fucked up.
Is that when Iverson used to get fucked up?
Yes.
Only when he was going up to make baskets.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm, I'm not gonna say only because then there's gonna be some random clip of a game
Look,
against
look.
goddamn
It's on,
Toronto
it's,
in
on, it's,
1995.
on, it's on the screen. It's on the screen. It's on the screen right now. I know he's bloody right now, and that might take away from the argument, but nope, we gonna let it ride. Watch.
Ain't doing shit but driving to the cup, even through the
Let's see what's
pause.
happening. Let's see what's happening. Keep watching.
His highlights is just gonna be
Him driving to the goddamn cup, because that's
He
what he
will go
did.
to the cup on you. I'm not saying that Steve Nash never went to the cup. These are his highlights, fam. We gonna get some. We gonna get some bumps. This man didn't do all these years in the league and not get touched. I ain't saying that. What I'm saying
Nobody
is he was a
insinuated
much
that.
different player, and he did not drive himself into the lane and get the punishment that Allen Iverson got because he didn't
Fam.
throw himself in the lane like that. He didn't drive with those same intentions. You could see him kicking his ball out. Look at this shit. Nobody you go up and then when you finna do some shit, then he throw the ball back and you stop. Now I gotta contort my body to
My
go back to the
nigga,
other
had it been
motherfucker.
Allen Iverson, he would have got his ass whipped. They would passing or not. Steve Nash would get all the way to the rim in a fucking layup and then pass it. Iverson would have got beat up 9 times by then.
Yes, because Allen Iverson was the focal point of his offense.
Allen Iverson was just the focal point of NBA ire.
All right, no, his offense. There's no kicking it out to Eric Snow. He ain't finna do it for you. Larry Hughes, he ain't the one. He ain't got it.
But Steve Nash do though, and he will get it done. And he didn't get his ass whooped. And he was down there in the lane, right where Ivo was.
Hey, look. I'm not finna sit here and argue with you about Steve Nash being a good as player as Allen Iverson, because he wasn't. Allen
No one
Iverson,
said that.
Allen
No one
Iverson ain't
said that at
Allen
all.
Iverson on a whole other motherfucking planet from Steve Nash, and Steve
No
Nash
one
got two
said
fucking
nowhere
MVP,
near that.
fake ass bum
He
ass
said they
MVP.
spent the
And
same
when this
amount of
motherfucker go
time
to
in
the
the
lane,
same
when the
place, and they
motherfucker
got
goes to the
different
lane,
treatment.
time and time again, you can see, and this is his highlight reel. That's indicative of the finish right there. That's how they ran the flow. That's their 7 seconds or less. That
You
shit.
just saw that once. This nigga
No,
ran to the
he
cup
just
every
played
one of these
two,
highlights,
he
and
played
now you
two
cap.
different ones back to back. And they've been playing
You've been
others
watching
all
10 minutes of him in the
That's
lane.
Steve Nash in the lane. That's Steve Nash in the lane right there. That's Steve Nash in the lane the entire time. Not Steve Nash going that fucking centers. You don't see Steve Nash driving in the lane with his Shaq in that motherfucker sitting there getting hammered. He wasn't doing that. He wasn't the same player that Allen Iverson was. I don't know why the fuck we gotta have this half-hour long ass
No
conversation
one
about
said
this.
that.
That's what you try. Or what did you
No,
try to
we
say?
said they rode the same bus together. That's it.
They
They
did.
was on the
They
same
did.
bus,
They did.
took
They
the
ain't ride
same
the same
route,
bus. They
and
ain't
they
ride
got
the same
different
bus. They
treatment.
wasn't on
One
the
had to
same
sit
bus
on the
route.
back,
They wasn't on the
one
same
got to
bus
sit on
route.
the front.
They ain't got the
That's
same
it.
type of driver's license. Allen Iverson got a CDL. This motherfucker got the license to drive the Tercel. Toyota.
One of they rode the same bus, went the same route, got different treatment. That was the whole point. And they spent the same amount of time down there and got different treatment.
Got you.
Allen Iverson was targeted
Got you. I mean, I feel you.
for abuse. Targeted.
I got
Steve
you.
Nash wasn't. I don't know why you even fucking arguing that point.
I like how that's your argument now.
That was always my argument
That was your argument? Cool. Bet.
from the beginning. You
Cool.
said Jordan, stop that. I said, what about Allen Iverson?
They don't play the same game, but okay, Allen Iverson was targeted and Steve Nash wasn't. Cool. They don't play the same game, but you say they do. But
They
now
played
one
with the
targeted, one
same
wasn't.
people at the same time around about
Cool.
and spent the same time in the same place. I didn't say they played the same game. They both drove to the cup. That's it. That's it. I didn't say they were doing the same thing on the way there. Once they got there, they just walked the same 3 steps together.
Yep.
That's where one of them was getting beat up and the other one wasn't.
Yep.
So my whole point was, no, it wasn't done. They whipped Ivo's ass.
Hey, look, man, Joe, you got it. You got it. You got it. They the same player. Steve Nash, Allen Iverson. I can't barely tell the difference.
I see. I wouldn't even do that on tape if I was y'all, but y'all do it time and time again.
Yeah, I know. I did it on tape. I'll watch it back and look. If I felt that it would do something, I'll show you all this shit. But again, literally, you. Hey, look.
What that you said? Jordan stopped the shit. Matter of fact, I said Jordan stopped the shit. You concurred.
I said Jordan stopped the shit.
Or the Jordan rules is when we that all happened. And then I brought up Allen Iverson to why it wasn't done. You talking about it was done after Jordan.
Cool.
And I said Ivo, because that's how we got I brought up Allen Iverson, correct?
Mm-hmm.
About getting his ass whooped, correct?
Cool. Yeah. Allen Iverson got his ass
I'm asking.
And I'm saying that the last motherfucker that got beat up was Jordan. I'm saying that Allen Iverson, yes, he was beat up, but it wasn't the same. He went to the lane, he got hit, but it wasn't like that motherfucker got hit with a bunch of flagrant fouls and
here you have why we got to talk about Steve Nash.
And that is the difference.
And that's why we got to talk about Steve Nash. Now you back
Iverson had to deal with and what Jordan had to deal with. Allen Iverson, I said, was a smaller individual that played a game amongst individuals that were bigger. He went to the lane and got punished because he went to the lane, and his punishment came because he went to the lane with the intention to score. Much different than a player a la Steve Nash who didn't go to the lane with the intention to score. I mean, it is what it is, fam. I don't know what to tell you. That's my opinion. You can have a different one. That's cool. But hey, yo, look. To the people who watch sports, they're gonna fall on a certain.
No, the people who watch sports are definitely gonna say Allen Iverson was targeted because everybody fucking knows that. For some reason, you and this nigga, well, we already know why this nigga, but But you two motherfuckers are on tape are saying no, Allen Iverson wasn't targeted. But that is fine. That is another hill for you two motherfuckers to die on.
Hey, hey, yo,